Hi, and welcome to Core Training, Clinical and Operational Redesign. I'm Scott Chapman with Pantheon Business Management and presenting how Lean gets started in an organization. Let's get going. The first thing that we have to understand is that Lean is a management discipline. It has to start at the top. Lean is often started in the middle as a quality or cost savings initiative, but never gets any further than that. That's why it often fails so miserably. We need to recognize that Lean is much more than a set of tools to help an organization solve problems, but it's actually a management discipline that will improve quality and transform the culture, and that has to start at the top. Implementation begins with a gap analysis, where we look deeply into the organization in its current state and compare it to its ideal state. Through the gap analysis, we identify the core opportunities in the organization that will have the greatest impact. You then take the executive leadership and create teams around each of those core critical opportunities. Once you've identified the core opportunities in the executive team that will be built around each of those opportunities, you can then indoctrinate them in Lean as a management discipline, and it's much easier to do when they actually have a project in front of them to work on. With the executive team fully indoctrinated in Lean as management discipline, they then select senior leadership and frontline staff to assist with the project. After the selection, the executive team then trains the senior leadership in Lean as a management discipline, using the same model of having a project in front of them to focus on. Once trained, the executive-led teams develop execution plans around each of those critical core opportunities, listing the action items, the owners, target dates for implementation, and then follow-up dates for accountability. After the plan is set, the executive-led teams execute. And then during the execution, you measure your results, modify, and continue to move forward until you hit the target that you're trying to reach. Once that target is reached, you then have to monitor the process to make sure that those changes don't backslide and that things stay where they need to be. Now that you've had success with your critical core opportunities and you have a well-trained senior leadership team and frontliners who have experienced the positive effects of Lean, you're going to start getting projects that are going to be originating down at the front line, coming up throughout the organization, and it's very easy for those projects to get out of control. We want to make sure that all the projects that are generated are based on the gap analysis and the strategic plan so that they can stay on course and that you can shape the organization the way that it needs to be. It's very easy for those projects on the front line to eliminate waste in their department, but then transfer that load to another department. That's why it has to have a top-down, bottom-up approach so that you're able to see how the work's getting done, but have an enterprise view to make sure that the process improvements actually solve the problem across the organization and not just create new problems for other departments to work on. That's where the quality management system comes into play, to receive those projects, to evaluate them, and see how it fits into the enterprise scheme. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to share this information with you. Please visit us at www.grouppbm.com, where you can access more training videos and information.